everybody, and welcome to video 10 in our Winter Cottage series. Don't forget to go over to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group after the video, and check out the fun things that we do on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And you can also post your videos as you make them during the week, and all kinds of good stuff. I know some groups do not encourage posting YouTube videos, and I personally think that's a little silly. I think that's good content for your members, and we allow it at our in our groups. So our groups, like there's a bunch of us in my groups. So when we left off, we had already done page 1, or section 3, page 1. I kept calling it section 2. I'm going to have to fix that. This is section 3. Section 3. I almost wrote in cursive just a little bit. Okay, so we've done page 1, 2, 3. We just did 3, and I had to redo it, remember, because it was too big. So now everything's been redone. I redid the back of the card, so the tree is the right side up, and I moved it up, and then I did the tree after I put the washi on. That made it much easier. Okay, so now we're going to do 4 and 5. Hopefully we'll have time to do 5. 5 isn't hard. And then we're going to do page 4, which may or may not take us a little bit to do. So we're going to close this up because we don't need this right now. What we need is all of that. So now I had to trim the page down to fit a little bit. And then I have already inked it, so that's our paper. We're going to do 2 envelopes, okay? And then each one is going to have a pocket, and each one is going to have a window. So we're going to start out, we've got a left envelope and a right envelope. Then we have the insides of the envelopes, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the right envelope, and I've inked them, and look how much easier it was to ink them, and a little bit darker too, with the oxide. Excuse me just one second. Oz. Sorry about that. See if he keeps going. Well, that took a little more energy than I wanted to spend today. So let's go ahead with this one. We don't need the insides either yet. We're going to paper this first. And this looks so much better. Get to section 3 before we got the new ink. Well, 1 was just the large envelope. It's section 2 that's going to look different than section 3 and 4. And we're just going to cut it off this side because we want to keep our deer. And these are a little bit bigger envelopes as far as wide. I'm not sure about height than a check envelope, because these are invitation envelopes. Okay, these are the ones that you send those cards in to invite people to weddings and things like that. I'm not sure if it's the inside or the outside envelope. I don't know. I've never put one of those together. I thought it was kind of crazy to spend all that money on envelopes. No offense if you did. They're pretty. Alright, so we've got that. And let's get the height. You know, I should make it just a smidge narrower because we're going to trim this off after we're done. That way we'll still have a little bit of that blue border, and we'll put on the paper over just a little bit to account for that. So we'll measure everything from this side. So we've left that little extra on the other side. For goodness sakes. I guess it only matters if it's straight here for the length, but looks like I left a little bit of white on there. Whoops! See what I almost did? Cutting it off from the top, not the bottom. I almost cut the deer off. Okay. So we gotta be careful. Mindful, I guess. Which I almost was not. So this is going to go on the right hand side. I went ahead and put the magnet on so I didn't forget. It's kind of the way this section's going, huh? So let's double check this and then we'll ink it. Looks like it's going to be fine. Then we're going to put the window at the top. Somewhat straight. I'm trying not to make it obvious that we've got the oxide instead of the other. Now remember, when we put this through the Big Shot, the pressure is going to squish it down, and it's going to squish that glue. So we want to put enough to hold it down, you know, the whole time for after and everything else, because it's going to be permanent. But we don't want to put so much that it squishes out on the edges. I really like this little deer. Oh, it's got spots. It's a fawn. It's a baby. Okay, let's get our die out with the ripped envelope now. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Now, I'm not going to do this on the glass this time, remember, because it moves my glass. So you're just going to hear a lot of noise. See, we're going to get the Big Shot out. I'm going to set it up right next to the glass. And we're going to line that die up inside the envelope with the blades facing this way. Not that way, but this way. Now the way these envelopes are going to be, we're not going to have to make them exact as far as up and down where they are on the envelope. We just don't want it to be obviously different. So I'm going to try. Yeah, that works much better when it's not on the glass. Whoops. She says confidently. Sorry about that with the camera. I know it crash bangs the camera. Well, it could have been over this way a little bit, and it's a little bit crooked. But that's Terry and this Big Shot. It's a little annoying, because I like everything to be straight. I did pull it this way a little bit. But what we'll do is we'll put a piece of ephemera right here, and that will help take away from the fact that it's crooked. We'll cover that bottom corner. Now we're going to have this little tan card that we can use if we can get this off, if there's not glue on it. Yeah, this looks like there's glue on it, on this edge. Maybe not. Okay, there we go. We have a little writing card. We've already got several. I'll make the cards off camera for these. We've made several. We're going to set this to the side right here, so we use the same size window. Let's get our acetate out. Let's ink it first. How big are these pieces? Well, I thought something fell. Okay. Okay. That's why I saved these pieces. We have all different sizes of rectangles and circles and such, and more so rectangles and squares, but you never know when you're going to have one that works. I mean, I don't keep the super small ones, but you never know. Yeah, but you never know. You know, I did it the wrong way. I left the gap on this side and not on that side. Oh well, we've already put the window in. We can't move it. We probably couldn't do it if we wanted to. It's been squished down so hard. Okay, let me cut the length on this. And, you know, we need to move this over because we're going to trim the edge. So let me trim the end of this a little bit more. Because I can't put the acetate all the way over because we're going to trim it off and we'll just trim the glue off. Alright. Wow, I'm really crash banging the table, aren't I? I am so sorry. I gotta quit holding on to the table when I'm getting on and off the stool, which is 100 million times. Okay. You thought I was gonna forget, didn't you? I almost did. I think my Fabri-Tac refill is going to be here tomorrow. Got enough left to top this off. I know this looks full on camera, and it is pretty full. But I like to keep it super full. I keep refilling it. Part of it is because it keeps it from getting thick. So once it gets about a third down, then I go ahead and put some in. Okay. Make sure we haven't glued this shut. Let's trim the edge. Oh, I tried to do that as close as I could. Okay. I'm going to put this on the back. Isn't this pretty? This can be cut off more so than this. So let's do it this way. I don't think pulling my sleeves up is working on this sweater anymore. I'm going to have to wash it and dry it just to get the sleeves tightened up again, even though it isn't dirty. There we go. Okay, how tall do we want it? We've already cut it. Okay, I'm gonna look at the front. Just because we put the ink to the other one backwards, we're gonna take a look at this one and see what we've done here. Well, the window's at the top, so we know that's right. Besides that, I thoughtfully wrote top on there. This is going to, let's see, we've made quite a few of them into just writing spaces, haven't we? I love that deer, though, or elk, whatever it is. It's bigger than a deer. We could put a clear pocket on it. If we put a clear pocket, then we could well, we could put a clear tuck up here and then just slide a card up in. We could even do a smaller card. All right, let's do that. Do something different. That's going to cover, oh, it's not really a writing space anyway. It didn't really turn out that way, did it? I think I like that one a little bit better. I have no idea why. Okay, now we're going to cut the height a little bit as well. We'll cut the width and then I'll use the measuring lines on the trimmer to do the height. Okay, then we want it to be, let's make it 2 inches. And then, I was trying to think if there's something we could put across the top. These papers are all too wide, I think, for that. There's a couple of these that are longer. Or this one's longer. That one would fit. It's the right color. So we'll put that one across the top. Alright, we're just going to glue this on 3 sides, just like we would a regular pocket. We're just going to put it on upside down. That little crooked part right there is where I actually took a breath. I was holding my breath. Then I just did to the edge of the paper, so that won't have any effect on our pocket. It looks like our pocket wasn't completely cut open. Let's take a look at this for a minute. This has got a little bit of the glue in there. We need to put the inside in. That'll keep that glue off of there too. I did the glue crooked there too. Not a very good gluing job. Okay. So we're going to put this across here. Cut one of the ends off. Where are my scissors? Right where they're supposed to be. So we're going to okay. This is going to cover part of our window, huh? A good chunk of our window. It'll help make our window look straight though. So if we put this across here, and then we put something down here, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. If we put something across that one, then we're going to have to put something across the other one. Alright. Well, let's rethink that for now. And let's wait for because we'll just wait for the glue to dry on this and be able to use it again some other place in the book. So let's do the inside. I'm trying to, did I or did I not? Oh no, it goes this way. I think I'm going to go with this. Yeah, that would have gone in there except for the crazy glue job with the acetate. Just make it a little bit shorter. Let's try that. Oh, caught on the paper. There we go. When we get the size of this one, then we'll use it to make another one for the inside of the other one, and we won't have to do all this measuring. Do you see that diagonal? There's a piece up here that's causing me some trouble. We're going to be gluing over it though. Oops, I didn't cut it quite narrow enough. Oh. We already know that it's the right height, just in case, because of factory differences and all that. Let's just cut that off when we get to it. Okay. So now we'll put this back in here. And we'll just glue it in here. So that's glued in there. It covers that little spot on the envelope. And I'll make the card. This is going to go on the right side of the page. You'll notice I managed to use the hedgehog. So this is going to go on this side. Looks like we're going to have to do some adjusting with the envelope. Might not be completely straight. Okay, so we're going to put that one down there. Yeah, that one has a magnet already. And then we're going to do this one with the hedgehog. You know what we'll do? Let's go ahead and glue this on. And I trimmed the point off of the envelope because we didn't need all that. Remember, we're going to fix the crooked of our thing. You know what we could do? We'll put a little something across here instead. What if we put this across here instead? Then we would have enough left. No, we wouldn't. We can use a scrap so that we can make the same size on, or same thing on both of them. And then we'll put a piece of ephemera there. Don't want to cover up our whole window though. Well, let me think about that. That'd be, we'll think about it and fix it in a little bit, because the other one's going to end up probably crooked too. It's really hard to get them straight inside the envelope. I'm sure you guys will come up with a great idea, like putting washi on it or something. My washi always gets stuck permanently, gets squished on there. I don't know why. Oh yeah, we don't need that right now. I wonder if we trimmed it first, if it would be easier to get the window straight. Just afraid it would slide around too much with both sides open. Alrighty then. That's cute. I think what I'll do is I'll trim this one and then we'll compare to see how easy it is. Now we're not going to finish this in this video, unfortunately, because of my mistake, which I'm not sure that I remember what mistake it was, but probably my speed. I can do it a lot faster when I'm not talking. You know what, I'm just sitting here concentrating, and I know it's hard for you guys to believe, even though I do get kind of quiet on the videos, and I apologize for that. I know it's hard to believe that I don't talk all the time. My friends tell me I do. And then I say that and then I stop talking. I turned right around and did it again. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut it and then we'll see. Okay. So now we have this hollow tube. We'll see if it'll be easier to put the die in here. Just made a big mess. See, I wrote top everywhere, which is a good thing. Okay. Alright, here's for the noise and the shaking. Did you know there's a caution sticker on the side of this that says don't put your fingers in between the rollers? How would you possibly hold it down and turn it at the same time and have fingers inside of it? Wow. Sorry about that. That one got me too. My plates are so crooked. Oh, look what happened. That's what I was worried about. My magnet broke. It's embedded into the plate. There we go. So we'll just put another magnet on. We'll just take the tape off. Can't believe I forgot about that. Cut a hole in the envelope too. So we're going to have to move the magnet. Oh, because the die was right there underneath it. That's why. That's what happened. Wow. Whoop-de-doo, that one's almost exactly straight. Almost. Almost exactly. You know, sort of, kind of. Almost the same. The same but different. Ink this. You know what we should do, after we put the paper on the back, we should forgot what I was going to say. Put an acetate pocket on the back and then the acetate tuck on the other side. It would be matchy-matchy, all matchy-matchy for me. The world would be happy-happy. Here's that other small piece. Maybe it'll be easier to put the acetate in. So we could have cut it in, cut it after we did the window, and then put the magnet on, then cut the edge, and put the acetate in, and then the back. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut another piece. I put the glue too far in. It wasn't exactly the right shape. Of course. Way to go, Terry. Another page. let's see. Can be the width. And that can be the height. I did ink it, okay. Okay. Okay, well that appeared to be much easier. So, note to self. Okay, now we have to do something about this magnet situation. I'm going to take a piece of this really thin envelope paper. I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to glue the magnet on over that, and we'll put the paper on over that. It's a patch. We're patching it like patching a tire. What I'll probably do, since this side is the same as that, no, we have to do it on camera. Sorry. So we'll do that. And we'll get another magnet, which means we'll have an odd number of magnets. So just keep that in mind. So we broke one. Okay, alright, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.